Hey there, Commanders fans. Today we've got two hot and unexpected pieces of news that could shake up the future of our team. We're talking about a possible roster change that's sure to get people talking, and the other news is an analysis of an intriguing decision by the Commanders front office. Stick with us until the end of this video because we're going to dissect all the details of these stories and explain why you need to keep an eye on this potential substitution and the Commanders' management decision. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any content. Let's dive in together because today's video is unmissable. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. The Washington Commanders surprised everyone by trading wide receiver Jahan Dotson to their division rival, the Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, one of our key players has been traded. Many were shocked by this bold decision, but what few realized is that the Commanders might have an ace up their sleeve to replace Dotson. Who is this ace? Jamison Crowder, a 31-year-old pass catcher who, until now, was somewhat forgotten on the roster. But is Crowder really capable of taking Dotson's place? Let's analyze that now. To start, Crowder is no rookie when it comes to playing in the slot, the position where Dotson excelled. According to Nathan Jahnke of Pro Football Focus, the veteran could fill a niche role in offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury's attack. And why is this important? Because Kingsbury has a history of knowing how to use his slot receivers well. During his time with the Arizona Cardinals, he led an offense where slot receivers had the second highest number of receptions among all teams in the league. That's no small feat. And who knows, maybe Crowder will be the next to shine in this scheme. But wait, you must be wondering, what about the other players? We also have Olamide Zaccheaus and rookie Luke McCaffrey, who could very well compete for this slot position. The big question is, who will stand out and secure a place in the starting lineup? With so much talent available, the competition promises to be fierce. But Crowder's experience could be the differentiating factor. He's been through many situations in his career and knows how to position himself on the field. Will his game experience make the difference? Keep watching because we're going to explore this further. Another important point is that Crowder has played most of his career in this specific position. Even in a bad 2023 season, he continued to be one of the main slot players, accumulating 108 snaps in this role. And we can't ignore that Kingsbury continues to give him chances during exhibition games. This shows that the coach knows how to exploit Crowder's skills. Could this be the big chance for redemption for him? Stay with me. Moreover, we can't fail to mention that the Commanders are in a delicate situation after Dotson's trade. The team gave up undeniable talent, and this generated criticism, especially because strengthening a direct rival is always a risk. However, this bet on Crowder might be exactly what we need to turn the game around. Crowder has the experience, talent, and most importantly, the motivation of someone who knows this could be his last chance to shine in the NFL. Do you think he can surprise everyone and be the Commanders' big name this season? There are still many points to consider. For example, we have Dyami Brown, who could be a surprise with his straight-line speed and ability to be a real vertical threat. And what about young Luke McCaffrey, who, with his impressive physical measurements, could open up space in the middle of the field? With so many options, the internal competition promises to be intense and exciting to follow. Who do you think will come out on top? And what about the experts? Even members of the current Super Bowl champion, the Kansas City Chiefs, didn't fail to comment on the Commanders' boldness in strengthening a direct opponent. But can this strategy really work? If one of our remaining wide receivers stands out, we could silence the critics once and for all. And everything indicates that Crowder, with his experience and proven skills, could be the player to make this crucial difference. But of course, this Dotson trade and the bet on Crowder are not without risks. Trading a young talent like Dotson to a direct rival could be costly if he explodes with the Eagles. On the other hand, if Crowder can bring back his best form, we could see a rebirth of our offense, especially if he can develop good chemistry with rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels. Are you ready to see how this story unfolds? As a fan, I can hardly wait. Speaking of Jaden Daniels, the responsibility on his shoulders is not small. He needs reliable targets to develop and gain confidence. And that's where the rest of the wide receiver core comes in, like Olamide Zaccheaus and Luke McCaffrey. Both have potential, but are still unknowns when it comes to consistent performances. However, Crowder's experience could be a decisive factor in helping Daniels grow and lead the offense effectively. So folks, who do you think will shine the most in this new offensive configuration? Now, you must be thinking, will Crowder really be able to take on this prominent role in the team? He's proven his worth in the past, but age and new game dynamics could be complicating factors. However, it's important to remember that Crowder has overcome challenges before, and who knows, he might do it again. What's your bet? Leave it in the comments. I want to know what you, Commanders fans, think about all this. In the end, this story of Crowder being the ideal substitute for Dotson is still up in the air. Does he have what it takes to stand out again? Or will some of the other talents on the roster steal the show? The only certainty is that this Commander season promises to be full of surprises and emotions, and we'll be here, together, following every step of this journey. Now I'm going to bring you news that might shake up expectations for the next season. Yes, I'm talking about a surprising decision by the management. The release of former Alabama offensive lineman J.C. Hassenauer. Want to understand what motivated this decision and what it could mean for the Commanders' future? Then stay until the end of this video, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any important updates about our team. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. The news caught many people by surprise. The Washington Commanders announced that J.C. Hassenauer, who had been recovering from an injury and was on injured reserve since the beginning of the 2023 season, has been released. Hassenauer joined the Commanders in August, but unfortunately, his return won't happen as many had hoped. It's a move that raises some questions about the team's planning and what the coach and management have in mind for shaping the offensive line going forward. But before we speculate about the future, let's take a look at Hassenauer's recent history. He signed with the New York Giants in April 2023 on a one-year contract as an unrestricted free agent. However, a triceps injury during training camp required surgery, which kept him out of action for the entire season. It's one of those strokes of bad luck that every player fears, especially when they're trying to establish themselves or relaunch their career in the league. With the Giants, he didn't even have a chance to show his skills before the injury took him out of the game. What's interesting about Hassenauer is how resilient he is. Let's remember that his NFL career started in a very challenging way. After going undrafted, he was signed by the Atlanta Falcons in 2018, but only managed to stay on the practice squad for the first few weeks. From there, it was a roller coaster. He had a brief stint with the Birmingham Iron in the Alliance of American Football, which unfortunately shut down in less than a full season. Even so, he pushed forward, joining the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he found a bit more stability. With the Steelers, Hassenauer showed his versatility, especially in 2020, when he played in 15 games and started 4. He was called upon to replace the legendary Maurkice Pouncey, and that's no small feat. But it seems luck was never fully on Hassenauer's side. In 2021, he had a more modest role, mostly coming in as a backup, but he managed to play all snaps as center in the last 2 games of the regular season. And even in the playoff, despite the loss to the Chiefs, he was there, giving his best. Now, with his departure from the Commanders, the question that remains is, what's the next step for Hassenauer? And for us fans, the concern is how the team will adjust without him. The offensive line is a crucial part of any team aspiring to go far, and losing a player with Hassenauer's experience and determination could have a significant impact. Sure, he wasn't the absolute starter, but his presence on the roster offered depth and a certain security for the center position. What do you think about this decision by the Commanders? Are we giving up on a player who could have contributed more? Or is this a strategic move by management to make room for new signings or promote someone from the practice squad? The NFL is a league of many twists and turns, and sometimes it's these unexpected decisions that end up shaping the future of teams. Leave your comment down below. I want to know your opinion. Now, if you're one of those who always has reservations when it comes to team changes, I completely understand. After all, we're talking about a high-risk sport, and sometimes the margin for error is minimal. Hassenauer's departure may seem like just another roster move, but for those who follow the team closely, we know that each piece has its value and can be the difference between a hard-fought victory and a bitter defeat. But on the other hand, it's important to remember that football is a dynamic game. Players come and go, and teams are always adjusting to get stronger. Who knows what next season holds for us? Maybe this decision by the Commanders is part of a bigger plan that we can't fully see yet. The fact is that, regardless of who's on the field, we'll be there to cheer and support our team until the end. So, fans, what do you think? Was this release of J.C. Hassenauer a smart move by the Commanders? Or will we miss him when the season heats up? Leave your opinion in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates and analysis about our beloved Washington Commanders. Your participation is crucial for us to continue bringing quality content to you.